Let's talk about why I think right now might be a good time to buy a new or a used car. By the way, do not lease the new car. Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to Think Finance. My name is Raj, and on this channel, I talk about personal finance, investment ideas, money management tips, and all things finance. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. In this video, I want to talk about the shape of the US auto industry and why now might be the best time to buy a car, used or new. The auto industry is bracing for brutal years ahead after COVID-19. Pandemic has forced factories to stop production, close dealership, and has sent sales into a free fall. Overall, the output of autos and parts fell by more than 70% in April. See, US automakers have extremely complicated supply chains, with no single car fully made in the United States. A car often crosses US borders multiple times before it reaches a dealership for sale. Hold up in one country could cost millions of dollars in losses for automakers. Sales of electric cars have been surprisingly resilient compared to gasoline-powered. Sales for electric cars dropped as well, but less compared to gasoline cars. Auto manufacturing plants across the United States are resuming operations, but it's unclear whether production and consumer demand will ramp up enough for them to survive. Based on production numbers released by the Fed, if production levels for April continued, only 180,000 vehicles will be produced in 2020. Prior to the pandemic, the projection was 11 million for 2020. Indeed, it is so bad out there that some lawmakers are taking notice and pushing for relief in future stimulus packages. All of this has created an opportunity for you and I, the consumer. Whether you're in the market for buying a new or a used car, now might be a good time to pull the plug. Let's dive deeper and talk about things you should consider if you're planning on buying a new or a used car. COVID-19 has forced people to stay at home, meaning less traffic in the showrooms. According to data from TrueCar, average savings below manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP, was about 10% in April compared to 8.6% at the same time last year. Car sales has plummeted, so automakers and dealers are working hard to attract buyers. Many have rolled out generous offers and incentives to get your business. Several automakers, including Ford, Chrysler, and GM, have already rolled out 0% financing offers. Also, they are offering payment deferral programs, so you won't have to start paying for your new car until several months after you've taken the delivery. With rising inventory, lower demand, ability to negotiate, and juicy offers make right now a good time to buy a car. Things might be a little bit different if you wait another 2 to 3 months, and I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video. Now let's talk lease. Given the pandemic, you should not lease a car until the economy is back on track. Yes, there will be deals given dealers are doing everything they can to get your business, but unless your job is rock solid, you should not lease a car. Too much uncertainty out there. Consider a scenario where you lose your job and are unable to make a payment. Defaulting on a lease can destroy your credit for years, making it impossible to lease another car and making buying a car more expensive. With a car purchase, you can sell the car if you need to satisfy the loan. Of course, there are additional steps involved given the pending loan. Also, leasing a new car will be significantly more expensive in the coming months and years. This is because the total amount of money you pay on a lease is the difference between the car's price and its residual value. When the residual value falls, leasing gets more expensive. Used car prices are currently declining and may not recover for some time, putting downward pressure on residual value, meaning leasing may not make financial sense. Talking about used cars, now might be a good time to consider a used car. Lower demand for cars means sellers are willing to accept significantly less for a used car compared to what would have been acceptable before COVID-19. Wholesale used car prices have fallen nearly 12% since this time last year, according to the Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index report. This index is based on how much dealers are paying at an auction for used vehicles. When the index goes up, used vehicles cost more, and when it goes down, used cars cost less. For buyers, this means market conditions have effectively discounted used cars. Due to low demand, there are tons of used cars out there driving the prices down. Also, think trade-ins, off-lease cars, and inventory from rental companies that need money to survive. If you're looking for a certified pre-owned car, many automakers are offering attractive low-interest financing deals on pre-owned cars. There are even 0% financing deals available, which is very rare in a used car market. It's been tricky to buy used cars while also maintaining social distancing. Carvana, Vroom, Craigslist, Cars.com, or even Facebook Marketplace are places you should consider when shopping for a used car. Also, most dealers post their showroom inventory for both used and new cars on their website. Here's my 2 cents. Given a sharp declining in demand, increase in inventory, and crazy incentives, including 0% financing, getting a new or a used car makes sense. Assuming you need one, it is a depreciating asset after all. Leasing is a bad idea since the residual value of cars is expected to fall in the next few years compared to the pre-pandemic world. As the economy reopens fully, some demand will be back for cars, which means deals, while still will be there, may not be as juicy as they are right now. As always, rely on your own research and decision making. I'm just another YouTuber giving my 2 cents. That's all I have, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If this was helpful, hit that like button. And if money gives you goosebumps, consider subscribing. Until next time, peace.